Minute, y'all. Like, where have I been? Well, I moved back to the United States because I started getting homesick. Like, I wanted to come back. I really miss Florida. And so now I'm living on a farm. Um, and I have been maybe for the last couple of months now. It seems longer, but it's only been a couple of months since I've been back in the United States. And um, yeah, I spent the last 2 weeks in Morocco, close to Marrakesh. And that was very relaxing and gorgeous. And it's like I went into like being I'm in a wolf program, and I wanted to this time experience a working farm where we harvest, seed, and grow uh, food to give and sell to the community around us. And it's a lot of hard work, and I'm around not too many people, but enough people. And that's what I wanted to experience as well. The last wolf program I did last year was a homestead, and it was the right speed for me, just like this is right now as well. And also the lessons that I'm learning. And so I wanted to manifest an Asian boyfriend, and I did. And it didn't really last very long. And um, he actually found a way to turn it around, even though he's someone that asked me out, asked me to marry him or whatever. I don't know. To turn around and reject me somehow. But I got a chance to ask myself some really pertinent questions that it didn't really take me long because I was like looking forward to dealing with it, the rejection, and why it bothered me, or just wanting to know the next right steps into loving and liking myself even more, basically. Like that's how you deal with rejection. Is ask, what are the next right steps to me loving and liking myself even more, so that um, I'm not afraid to manifest and ask for what I truly want and desire, because that's really what um, life is about, or what we would call manifestation. Life is a manifestation in general. Thank you for the compliment, everyone. Um, Hello, my name is Karsa. I am from Iran while you are celebrating the new year against government because of the economy. And happy new year. And thank you so much for sharing that, Dark Ghost. If that's what you felt like you needed to say, I'm here for it. But anyway, um, I'm sure there are probably more relevant channels talking about the things that are important to you. And I suggest, so that you can feel supported, you find those people and find those channels. Um, just like I would do for myself. Find those people and find those channels that are supportive of you and where you're at right now, today. Period. Um, so yeah, instead of being afraid of asking to manifest and ask to experience the things that you really want, you know, ask what is the next right thought and feeling to get you closer to that. And for me, what came to me was um what was it? It's funny how when you're okay with something, you can't remember how how much in anguish you were 2 seconds ago. Strange, because I was in anguish, but I was in anguish because I'm like, dang, I don't never like nobody, right? So God, like, I don't, I'm, I don't want to wait forever and ever, amen, for the next time I get a chance to meet somebody cool that I actually like dig and want to hang out with and talk to and stuff. Like that's what was really bothering me, you know? And so it wasn't necessarily the rejection because I didn't necessarily feel rejected because I like honestly don't believe him. But that's another story. But I felt more like a delay on what it is that I desire, and that's not fun. And what came to me was that I'm more important than a relationship. I'm more important than the end result. I am more important than um, a job or um, what things look like on the outside to other people. I'm more important than what is, when I'm around people, I'm a sage, I'm a mystic type person, right? And I have an inner authority that other people can't get or shake when I'm around. They want to shake it. They want to shake the power that I exude, the love I exude. They compare themselves to me and they also try to justify, you know, their lack, their feelings of insecurity and lack by comparing themselves to me and what I have and or what they don't have and all this. And I'm having to sit and watch these people like want to be my friend, but like also like hate to be around me, but want to be around me. How much fun is that for me? No, not much, I would say. Like I don't really enjoy most interactions with humans, you know. Um, but the thought and idea that I'm more important than that. I'm more important than the end result of what things look like on the outside. How can I put this? You know how sometimes you can get exhausted by your own manifestations in your dreams because you're coming from your intentions and the place you're coming from is so that you can fit in or prove people wrong or prove yourself right or fit in or make a lot of money so that you can say you have a lot of money. And it's not usually the truth of how your soul wants to be in this society, in this world. Like, the truth of our soul is that we don't really care about those things. If, like, nobody else was here, we would run around and be playing and naked like little children. And we would be okay with ourselves just as we are. That makes me want to cry because that's facts. The truth of all of our inner being is that we're actually okay with who we are. We're just trying to figure out how to get this world to accept us, how to get other people to relate or know us or complete our inner, you know, uh, incessant need for connection, but the connections the intimacy that we're longing for can really only come with the idea that I'm more important than all those end results. Hello, Toshin Osley? Yeah, the true self-respect and self-love I just have gotten a download comes from knowing that you are more important than working hard to please Eat like yourself so that you can look a certain way, feel a certain way, have a certain thing at a certain time. The truth about clarity and manifestation is that when you let go of all those things and you know that you're more important even than those things that you desire, like you, the real you, then it doesn't matter how long it takes. Because the reason why I care about having certain things at a certain time is so that I can shut that inner voice up in my head that um, insists that if I don't have certain things, that then people are going to say certain things about me, or I have to answer as to why I don't have these things. A man, a house, money, and all this. And this is what I've been grappling with, being knowing that I'm a nomadic person and people always have so many questions. Um, and it's part of their comparison to me too, because although everyone would love to admit that they don't want things to own them, they want to be free. Most people aren't willing to go there within themselves because of their own personal inner judgments towards themselves. And while I was traveling the world the past 11 months, I got to come face to face with those inner judgments within myself. Like the idea of homelessness and freedom and facing my fears of being labeled those things. And then when I finally realized that I love freedom so much that I'm willing to be homeless. And then I was like, oh my God, what does that mean? I'm one of those people or whatever. And then I was like, yeah, I accepted it. After I was disgusted, I accepted it. And I was like, okay, I'm one of those people. I'm a mystic. And I'll probably be looked down upon by society. Let's go. Then that very night, this rich lady paid for me to stay in a luxury hotel room for a week because I was brave enough to face who I really am, how I really feel, and what I really want. I became emboldened to ask for what I actually wanted. And I asked to stay in a luxury hotel. Spirit. I asked Spirit. Because I was happy to finally admit how free I am inside and how I want to feel. And that when I'm homeless, I feel the most free. I don't have anybody to answer to. I don't have any bills. I don't have any deadlines. I don't have any place to be. I meet the coolest people. Even and it's not it's interesting too. Like even while you're homeless, you'll meet people on the same wavelength as you. It's like these conversations I'm having with y'all right now are the same conversations or energies that I run into when I meet other people who are like me. It's so much fun. And that will only happen when you let go of that controlling voice on the inside that insists on you not accepting yourself because you're so afraid that other people won't. And really, the only way to get away from other people who don't accept you is for you to accept yourself. You'll be catapulted away from them. It'll happen so fast and it'll happen so naturally because you don't give a damn. Like manifestation is really about you not giving a damn in a good way. It's like, okay. And then people um, won't be able to yank and tug on your triggers or whatever because you don't have any. Self acceptance is the gateway to not being triggered. And self acceptance comes from, maybe you being triggered and being tugged at and being like, what is it that I'm afraid of exactly? And for, like I was saying earlier, for me, I was afraid of the time that it would take for me to meet another man. And I'm like, I don't want to be alone long time anymore. But the loneliness isn't from me not having someone in the physical realm. The loneliness comes from me thinking that having an outer symbol of of intimacy is more important than me. And so when that clicked, I felt free of the need to try to cover myself. Like, when you feel so vulnerable, um, that you might be attacked or something, or because you're attacking yourself, you know, you feel like you want to get away from that feeling. And then we figure out ways to get away from that vulnerable feeling through, working hard, making a lot of money, um, buying certain things, living in certain places, having certain friends, you know, um, being in relationships, even if it means you're clinging to people, places, and things that don't really represent who you are. But when you do that, you're covering your true, authentic self from ever being found by you. You're just prolonging the inevitable, basically. The inevitable is that you'll accept yourself, you'll love yourself. And when you do that, all the rejection will cease to exist from the world, because you're not rejecting yourself. You have to stop rejecting yourself, basically, is what I'm saying. And rejecting yourself means accepting your desires. Accepting your desires, accepting where you're at right now, and having fun with it, because you are more important than the end results. You are more important than the end result of anything. The end result is really not the goal. You are the magic and the fun and the playfulness, the joy, the peace that you've been looking for. It's true. Okay. I feel inspired to pull some cards. And I haven't done that in so long. Ugh. I'm so happy. Like, I've been waiting to truly feel inspired to come back on live and stuff. Um, yeah, moving to this farm that I'm staying on hasn't been it's been a tricky transition because I haven't really liked how I've been feeling. And when I don't like how I feel, then, it's like I really have to figure things out, and I was hoping that it didn't take forever. And it hasn't. This isn't this isn't that bad. I can get back. I feel like now I can get back on track. And I felt it happening, like within the past few days or whatever. um, I decided to buckle down and really get even more serious about, um, obsessed about my spiritual health and things. And that always brings the manifestations that I long for and need. So let's do a reading. Hopefully I brought my oracle cards. I know I did. Where'd I put them though? Hey. All right, where am I going to sit to do this? Am I going to go back to the couch? I think I'm going to go back to the couch. The clip that I had on my microphone is gone, so I have to. There, that should be okay. Let's do a reading. Hello, all of my subscribers. Welcome back to all the OGs and welcome to all the newcomers. I don't know what's going to come out of this session, but it's always good to commune with you guys. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I've been looking forward to getting back in step with me, but it's a brand new me, just like it's a brand new you right now. So let's see what the theme is. These two cards want to pop out. All right, we have this main character energy here, and we have the sensations of autumn. What is this giving? I wonder what is this trying to say? Because the two women here are the focal points. It's two different women here, and they're both looking in the same direction. They're doing different things. There's heart chakra energy. There's throat chakra energy here. We have blue hair blowing in the wind. Interesting. The similarities, but the differences. It's almost like a multi-dimensional person, kind of having to accept every facet of yourself and not shying away from the main character that you thought you were, even surrendering who you used to be, maybe how you used to show up in the world to get attention or to get your needs met is changing. Hmm. That's happened to me so many times where I thought that whoever I was at the time just couldn't be beat. Like I was the best bitch out. But there's still another level to go to. And while the leaves are falling in autumn, the sensations of autumn, it kind of knocks you off of your pedestal a little bit. Like how I was feeling, liking this guy still who really isn't the right one for me, but it's a step in the right direction for me. Um, there's an answer to my prayers, but also not, you know, and his rejection led me to this moment right now that I really feel great. Um, hmm, surrendering feels amazing. All right, that's those energies. Let's see what else wants to come out. See, both of those girls and both of those cards feel amazing at different stages. Two things I'm learning that two things can exist at the same time. You see, black hole. Like you can run and go in and out of dimensions at will. Like you don't have to play other people's game. You don't have to play the same game that you've always played. You can switch things up. Actually, the energies, what I'm seeing is to be okay with switching things up. Switch things up. And that doesn't mean like join a new class and get busier or something. Like doesn't mean like make yourself have lots of duties and things to do, like to keep yourself busy or more self-care because you're trying to heal. That's not what this is meaning. This is about embodiment. This is about embodiment of yourself in different dimensions. So there are end results that are waiting for you in the fifth dimension and up, right? That unless you surrender to the old world order of things, like we are talking about, like being a nomad, right? Being free and or being called homeless. Like what label are you going to take on? Do those labels mean anything to you? And if they still have you in the chokehold, then you're going to be pulled down into experiences that don't really serve your true definition between you and God, right? That's the only thing that really matters. That you can travel through wormholes and travel through dimensions and different timelines and things, but you have to free yourself from the heaviness of trying to remain the same old main character that you used to so that you can fit into a paradigm that you really like. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't have to matter. It can matter, but it's uncomfortable because the black hole is actually made up, right? It's a made up construct that any if you study it, because I studied it when I made this deck, and a lot of scientists were like, we don't know that it exists, but if it did, girl, if we got .0.0234 centimeters away from it, it would suck us in and kill us, and we would die. We think maybe, kind of, sort of. And I'm like, why are y'all doing this to yourselves and to us? Like, what is the point of creating this black hole? Because that's what y'all are doing. Like by talking about it and focusing on it. It's just for drama. And a lot of times you have to admit that the things that you want is just for playfulness. It's just for freedom. It's just because you can. It's just because you want to, right? You may want to travel the world and just go and eat because you want to eat all the different foods, right? But you're too afraid to say that out loud to other people because other people need you to have like a deeper reason, more meaning. Um, and so you hide how much fun, you hide away from how much fun you could possibly have with yourself and with life. And you end up living a dull life and a dull existence. Like admit what would be fun for you. And going through that wormhole, that black hole, and traveling in and out of dimensions, at first it will cause drama while you still don't accept yourself. When you don't accept yourself and you try to make moves, then it feels awful. It doesn't feel good. It's going to feel bad. Swimming through the swimming through the galaxy. Wow. So yeah, it's like you don't have to repeat the same patterns, be the same person, answer to anyone. You are free. You are free to be confident. You are free to do what the F you want to do. Some of the advice that I got from my spirit team recently was to stop asking energetically for permission from other people to be the main character in my life. If there's something I want to do, just freaking do it. And if people have a problem with it, that is actually just only their problem. If people have a problem with you shining and being the main character, showing up for who you really are, doing your thing, your way, your time, having your life your way, doing your thing, your at your pace, whether you move fast, whether you move slow, whether you um, spend time all day lingering around doing nothing, which offends people to the high heavens for some reason, to be around someone who has everything, receives everything, and does nothing. That really irks people. Even though a lot of people in spiritual communities talk a good game, they're not really ready for this jelly. Your body is too bootylicious. And we see it here, right? We see it here. You are a spectacle, right? You are a spectacle of light, literally a spectacle to behold. And while you're wormholing and traveling through timelines and things, and coming in and out of dimensions as you decide what you want to create, because sometimes you just might change your mind, and that's okay because you're perfecting your joy and your happiness and your peace, and you're crafting as you swim through the galaxy with self acceptance. You are crafting your creations, and it sends waves, shock waves through your own life and other people's reactions and things. And your job isn't to focus and hone in on these people's reactions to you. Your only job, honestly, is the sensations of autumn, like totally chilling in your own throat chakra and your own self-expression, like crafting your life how you want to craft it. Mm, the magic of the divine. So you're being called to craft your life, curate your life, like an art dealer, and just follow your bliss, bliss to bliss, from excitement to excitement. What do you feel like doing? What do you give a fuck about right now? And don't think about what you don't care about. Do what you want to do. Be who you are. Be who you are. And that's how you stay safe. That's how you stay within the magic of the divine. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to control other people's reactions to you because you can't. Hmm. True forgiveness came out reverse for some reason. I wonder why. Hmm. Um, Ready to show the world came out reversed. Dang. And new home is coming out reversed. Spirit, what does this mean? Let me not let me not lean on my own understanding. True forgiveness reversed. Ready to show the world and new home. Wow. You've been trying to make this world your home your whole life. And there's some bitterness and resentment from not ever being accepted and fitting in. It's like, when do I get a chance to relax? Ooh, I was just asking God this question earlier. When is it that I get to feel safe to walk around in my skin and be myself? Like, well, who are these people and where are they at? Like, what end of the earth? And it, because I was starting to feel like there's no place on earth for me. And the only place that's safe for you on this planet is you being within your own skin and knowing that you're more important than those people that have those opinions. You're more important than their opinion of you. And like you embodying that feeling of confidence that comes from you trusting in the universe. It's like trusting God enough that if God says to go spend time on the beach and do nothing and but wander around all day, you go do that with no reservations and no intentions to try to force anything to happen. Swimming through the galaxy and the universe is you being at home within your own cellular structure and DNA, more so than you try to make a home. It's like this message is like you are in this world, but not of this world, and it's time for you to accept it. And it's time for you to actually like it and love it. It's your turn. The only way you're going to meet up with the right people is if you stop giving a damn about any energies, people, places, and things that don't match your frequency. Let them reject you. They're pushing you towards your own main character energy. They're pushing you towards your true confidence. Let the rejection settle in and then be like, God, okay, I'll humor me. What is this for actually? How can I use this to catapult me up on out of here? I'm looking forward to the next right thought, feelings, and steps. Start looking forward to feeling better. It's like I can only feel better from here. Start looking forward to your next right thoughts that leads you to where you want to be. Because rejection is a step in the right direction, actually. There is no failure in God. So if you ask for something, you have already received it. So everything that happens on your way to this manifestation is in preparation of your embodiment of it first. And so we looked at the steps here. So you're the main character here, and then you are in the sensations of autumn. So you're surrendering and allowing yourself to move into the next phase of your existence, not knowing that you're Alice in Wonderland and you're about to go through the rabbit hole here. You're going through this rabbit hole. I'm sorry, that's the wrong card. The black hole. You're going through this rabbit hole and you're swimming through the galaxy, right? And you meet up with the magic of the divine. Because as you're swimming through the galaxy, you don't have any clue of you're lost. You're wandering. You're lost in your emotions, sensations, and you might have lost hope and you might have lost the point, of it all. You might have are meeting and being around people who don't get you, like you, understand you, make you feel like what the is going on, and you might be asking God like, why am I here? This isn't what I asked for. This isn't what I want. I'm tired of this, right? And so you try to force yourself to make a home where you're not at home. And it builds resentment and it builds feeling like you're being betrayed by God, by the universe, by family, by friends. It's like there's no safe place for you in this world. The truth is, though, is that there's no safe place when you try to get your validations from the manifestations. You're not going to be validated by manifestations. That's not what they're for. You'll only be validated when you accept that you are more than the manifestation. You're the energy and the power behind it. It's because of you that all of this is here. and how special that is, and how special you are, and how much love is pouring through you that is you, and meditating on that for hours and days on end. Let that inspire you. Let that make you come alive, because then you won't be coming alive so that you can get something from the world, which always leaves you disappointed every single last time. It's like writing poetry with your life. People don't who write poems, and I'm one of those people, don't write for the crowd. You write because it's pouring from you. And that's really truly how you want to live your life. Like every day, what you do, what you see, what you feel, what you say, what you think is just pouring from you. You're inspired. So of course I'm not compatible with that guy. He doesn't live his life like that yet. He lives his life trying to become something and working hard at it. And that's how he tried to approach our relationship. And I wanted more pouring of emotion, connection, bonding, emotional connection, love, because that's just where I'm at, right? I'm in a very intimate space. And honestly, I honestly feel like he's a fool for rejecting that. But he has no idea because we're not in the same dimension with it. And plus, I'm more important than the end result, which means I can let that go and allow the next movement and motion and flow to come naturally. Peace.